Good freaking morning, everybody. Hopefully your Tuesday is going fantastic at my home in my messy office. But I want to share with you something share something with you. There we are. There's the words that I think is super important because right now, as you can imagine, I guarantee you scroll through Facebook at all. And what do you see? You see vid, politics, vid, politics, funny meme, something funny, vid. And it's just annoying and it's frustrating. And it's like, all right, I think we're getting too much traction on this thing. And with it, everyone's got their opinion for, against, should not, get rid of freedoms, not get rid of freedoms. You know what I mean? All these sorts of things. And so with it, everyone has a mouthpiece that can get their garbage out online behind a keyboard, which is always fun, right? But the reality is those opinions, not necessarily of that, but just in general, people to us can hurt sometimes. And it's especially when it hits you in that right moment when you're feeling vulnerable and so painful. But today I'm here to teach you really quick how to assess opinions and then how to take them if it makes sense. And you can be like Israel right now, shooting down Hezbollah's rockets with an iron dome. That people made fun of too, which is funny. If you look up in the 80s, they called it a Star Wars defense. Pretty ridiculous. And turns out works very well. Who would have thought, right? Anyways, when it comes to opinions, everyone has one. And so when we hear somebody's opinion of us, we can take it personally. But sometimes, what you have to do in that moment is, first step is take a step back and ask yourself, who is saying these things? Right? As somebody who has opinions that voices them all the time and is okay with it. There's times where people will say nasty things or hurtful things or whatever to me. But when I step back and I can look and I can see, I can be like, okay, who is this person? First thing you got to ask is, who are they? Is it somebody you know? Yes? Okay, cool. Is it somebody whose opinion carries weight with you? As in matters at all? No. Okay. Well, then you can pretend like they are some random crackhead down the street who probably has the same opinion, right? I'll tell you two stories. One of them, my wife was pregnant with Holly at the time. And you can't tell in this lighting, but I have a little bit of red in my beard and I had a hat on, I believe. We were in New York City. We're walking by one of the churches there. I don't remember which one. We were walking by one of the churches and there was some guy clearly not available speaking about Jesus and how important he is, right? And I know Jesus is important. I get it. I'm on that team. But you see the guy and he goes at me, points right at me. No one else is around us. Points right at me. And he said, "You redheads have no soul. You're going straight to hell." And I was like, whoa, that was crazy. Right? And of course, he's not going to do anything. He's a goofball. He's a crackhead. He's not going to do nothing. And so I was like, okay, that's fine. Whatever. His opinion doesn't matter. I'm not even a redhead. I have a little bit of red in my beard. So I look at the guy and I'm like, okay, clearly not available. Clearly doesn't have the whole story. Clearly doesn't know where he's coming from. And on his angle, he's clearly not available in his head. And so if I'm looking at this guy and trying to take his opinion, I'm taking an opinion from somebody who's not available, nor knows me at all. So the opinion doesn't matter. Even if it was true, his opinion doesn't matter because it doesn't matter. Who is this guy? Doesn't freaking know me. Second thing that happened is I had, this was when I first initially went online coaching. This is like 2 years ago. And I remember, if my coach is on here, he actually helped me, which is why I joined his program, with this, because somebody said, oh gosh, Emily's calling. Let me hear and do something real fast. Is it an emergency? I'm doing a live. Okay. Just on the off chance it's emergency, I'm going to keep my phone there. Might have to jump. Okay. But I'll make it quick. So this girl came into my office and she was saying all these weird, she was like sitting there all back, really defensive, being kind of a jerk the whole time. And okay, so she's being a real jerk. And I'm like, what is her deal? And we went over the program, went how the thing's going to work. And she's like, oh, you sounds like you're just a glorified fitness friend. And in that moment, I was like, oh, man, I had this problem that just hit me right now, that I just started doing this online thing. I was just doing the first couple, maybe month or 2 months of getting people to join my program. I was a little nervous, a little self-conscious, and this chick hit me with a glorified fitness friend. And I carried that forever. When I started talking to people, I'd be like, join my program. And of course, nobody was joining because in the back of my head, I'm some glorified fitness friend. Until I talked to my guy. And I'm like, hey, I got this thing that's just slowing me down. And he's like, what's going on? I told him the same exact thing I told you. He's like, glorified fitness, huh? This girl sounds like a bitch. And I was like, yeah, she was. It was crazy. She's like, let me guess. Not being stereotypical. This is just what it was going on. He's like, I probably looked like XYZ, right? And I'm like, yeah, she came in overly dressed to have a conversation about working out. It was weird. And he's like, yeah, it is weird. And this is what she does. This type of person she is. But does she know you? No. Has she seen your results? No. You helped somebody lose 100 pounds in 6 months, Chris. You're not some glorified fitness friend. Her opinion doesn't matter because it's not true. And even if it was, cool, I'm a glorified fitness friend. I help people lose 100 pounds in 6 months. I've done it 3 times. Okay. If that's the case, sign me up, right? And so I let somebody's opinion take hold of what I really am. Their opinion didn't carry weight. And so when these things happen, you have to ask yourself, does this person's opinion carry weight? Do they matter? 3 categories of matter. Family, people, friends that you care about, you and want the best for you. That's hard because you have friends that don't want the best for you. That, or people that pay you. All my clients can have an opinion about me. And I'll take it. I'll understand. I might not do anything about it, but I'll understand. Okay. I appreciate the opinion. I do. Will I do something? I don't know. Probably not. But I appreciate it. I do. If it's outside of that realm, I don't care. I don't freaking care. I had a hat on that said "Make carbs great again." Of course, I voted for Donald Trump. Of course, okay. But if that makes me a racist, then tell me why I have people that I work with that are not my color and that I love them just as much as I love anybody else, and that I would stop and do anything for anybody if they needed help. Just go ahead, find it. That's what you think. That's fine. That's your opinion. It's not true, and nor will I care if you think it's true. Bummer, because it doesn't matter. It's not true. And sometimes when these things poke us, it makes us think, is it true? Am I really that way? But you're not. If you're not, right? Just because I like a candidate over the other one, does that mean that I'm racist or that mean that I hate everybody or don't like Mexicans or whatever? No, doesn't mean that at all. That's what you think, though. That's your opinion. I don't need to change it. I know where I'm at. And it sucks for you. You're missing out. I'm pretty cool. Anyways, that's it for me, guys. Have a great day. Don't let other people's opinions pull you down, especially when they're not true. And don't let them think that it's true. Don't let you think that you think it's true, I should say. And you maybe need to defend yourself a bit. But if they're not getting it, then screw them. Screw them. They don't deserve you. They deserve to not hang out with you. You're way better than them. Cool? And that goes for everybody, even people that didn't vote for the guy that I liked. I don't care. Doesn't matter. I still love you. I still think you're great. Even if we have differing opinions, it doesn't mean you're right and I'm wrong. It just means that we differ, which is A-okay by me. Anyway, that's it for me. Have a great friggin' day, and I will talk to you soon.